All right, what it do, YouTube family? It's your girl, I go by Neek, and I want to welcome you back to register my songs. So we are now in the process of our release of picking a distributor. So I recently finished recording my song, and now I want to put my song out, and I want to basically have it on all streaming platforms. So I need to pick a distributor. I also want to discuss how you're going to be paid royalties for your music around the world. So before we get this video started, make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit that post notification bell so you get notified every single time I upload new content. And of course, give this video a thumbs up right now. We have DistroKid, we have TuneCore, CD Baby, and United Masters, and there's so many others. So I wanted to pull up each one of my accounts because I am registered with all of these accounts, and I wanted to show y'all what your options are as far as distributing your music. Okay, so the first one is, of course, DistroKid. DistroKid has been my distributor for the last 3 or 4 years that I've been putting my music out. And the reason why is because I like the fact that I can pay them $39.99 every year, one time, and they will distribute my music everywhere that I need my music to be distributed. Now, DistroKid has a upgraded tier that they are advertising, and within that upgraded tier, you get 1 terabyte of instant file sharing. You get RA, gold, and platinum monitoring, and I'll show you guys how to actually do that yourself so you don't have to pay anybody to do that for you. And then it says monitor your Spotify and Apple Music. That's kind of vague. They're offering to monitor your music on Spotify and Apple Music. What does that mean exactly? These are questions that you should be asking yourself when you try to say, well, why are you upgrading from this price to this price? And then there's also the search engine for contact information. So one thing that I want you guys to know about playlists is that just because you have the contact information to playlists does not mean, one, the contact information is actually up to date, two, that the people from this contact information is going to contact you back, because what you have to understand is that playlists are curated by individual people and companies, and usually if you want to get on these playlists, you're paying to get on these playlists. Something that you want to look out for whenever you're trying to get your music on playlists is botted playlists, and we'll go into that as we go into the promotion process of the song, but I just want to focus on distribution right now. So for $39.99, this is why I love DistroKid. You can distribute your music unlimitedly without any hesitation. Now, TuneCore is another distribution service that I used in the past. This was actually the first distribution service that I ever used. And the reason why is because originally they offered the pay per release option, and this option was the only option they had available. The singles were $10 and the albums were $50. And so what they did recently, because people are only releasing singles, of course they up the price. But with the album, they lowered the album because obviously a lot of people aren't releasing as many albums as they are with singles. Now, a lot of distribution companies are starting to offer options to where as though you can distribute your music for free, but then they are taking a percentage of your revenue. And so with this option, you can distribute your album or single for free, and they'll take 80% of your revenue. Never give up a percentage of your revenue to anybody or any company that is not going to actually promote your music. Whenever you're signing a deal for your music and you're giving up a percentage of your revenue, if you take a record deal, they need to be promoting your music for that 20%. If you're giving up publishing, they need to be promoting your compositions for that 20%. And so for TuneCore, they're offering this option. I would never take this option. They have also recently introduced the yearly option, which is just like DistroKid, but the difference between the TuneCore yearly option is pretty much the pricing, and then of course what it is that they offer. So they have a $22.99 a year option. It says this is a central distribution plan. Release unlimited music to 150 plus digital stores. It says release unlimited music plus advanced features to customize your release. But what are the advanced features? So if you click on get started, it doesn't actually tell you what the advanced features are. So let's go back. It says $49.99 a year, the must-have plan for professional artists and labels. So this is $50 a year, and it doesn't actually tell you what it is offering. It just says the must ready to distribute. Without an unlimited plan, you will be charged. Okay. So yeah, it like I said, it's very vague. A lot of these companies, what it is that they're offering, because again, anytime they offer something with distribution, it's to entice you to spend more money. So you want to be careful when you're choosing options to distribute your music. The only thing that you need is for your music to be on all platforms. You don't need anybody to take a percentage of your music to put it on all platforms, unless they are going to be putting you under a deal where they're going to be marketing and promoting your music. All right, so TuneCore also offers publishing, and I wanted to mention this before I move to the next distribution service, because whenever you sign up for TuneCore as a distribution company, they're going to start offering their publishing sector for you. And what I will say is that if you do decide to use TuneCore, you should definitely sign up for their publishing administration. One thing that I wanted to highlight is that they are only taking 15% of the publishing revenue that you're going to be generating versus Songtrust, who's taking anywhere between 15 to 20% of the publishing that they're going to be generating. So if you are using TuneCore to distribute your music and you're going to pick one of these plans, then you want to make sure that you also get the publishing. Now, I know I'm going to have a lot of questions about what plan you should choose. In my opinion, if you are going to use TuneCore, you should do the $49.99 a year plan, because it gives you everything that they have to offer. You're not paying per release, so that means you get to release a ton of music, and then of course you get to keep all of your royalties. So this would be a good option if you are trying to save money. Then the $39.99 a year option would be good, because of course this is DistroKid's $39.99 a year option, and I've been using that option for 4 years, and I've never had any issues with getting my royalties. I keep 100%. Now, the next distribution service is the next distribution service is CD Baby. Now, I've never released music with CD Baby, but I've worked with tons of clients where their music was being released through CD Baby, so I've had to use CD Baby and navigate through CD Baby. So I want to talk to you guys about this one as well, because I do feel like it's a great option. And the reason why I feel like CD Baby is a great option, because they are now giving you access to your artist channel on YouTube. And so many artists are looking to get access to their YouTube artist channel, and I've made tons of videos in the past about how to do it, and every single time I make a video about how to do it, that particular distribution service changed everything. So when you claim your YouTube artist channel with CD Baby, they are going to bring you to a portal like this. Of course, you must have music released already in order for you to be able to claim it. But this is one of the things that I feel like is a good option for you guys to use with CD Baby. Now, one thing that I do not like about CD Baby is that they are charging you per release. But what I do like about the per release is that this is not a yearly fee. See, one of the things that I don't like about TuneCore's yearly pay per release is that you're paying them yearly. Every year you have to pay them that $22.99 in order to keep your song up. So I would never choose this option. With CD Baby, you pay them $9.99 and you release the song. You don't have to pay that $9.99 anymore. With the album, you pay them the money for the album, and you don't have to pay them the money anymore. So this is a good option. You can put out music with CD Baby. Now, CD Baby also offers marketing tools. They also offer the option to master your track, and of course, they offer the option to get access to your artist channels. There's so many other things within CD Baby that they offer just to kind of help you do your marketing for your music. So I do think that you guys should take some time to invest in this information if you are going to be using CD Baby. All right. Now, the next distribution service that I want to mention is United Masters. United Masters has been around for the shortest amount of time in comparison to CD Baby or TuneCore and DistroKid. But what I do like about United Masters is they offer a lot of opportunity for you to get your music placed in different playlists. They're looking for a Coca-Cola ad. You could possibly get your music in a Coca-Cola ad. And I think that's a good thing for a lot of people because they are looking for sync opportunities. People are looking for funding, so they have different creator fund competitions, and they offer you a lot of options for getting yourself out there. The Coca-Cola ad is probably the biggest draw because a lot of artists have gotten their music synced in 2K and different things like that using United Masters. So it's good to see that they are still offering that option when you distribute your music. So now I want to discuss some places where you need to register your songs so that you can make money from your music. The first thing, you want to make sure that you have already signed up with a performance rights organization. So in our last videos, we showed you how to register with BMI and ASCAP, which are performance rights organizations. You also want to make sure you have yourself registered with the MLC so that you can collect royalties from them. You want to make sure you get you a Harry Fox account. I also talked to you guys about music reports. You want to make sure that you have your music reports account. Recently, we discussed Sound Exchange. You want to make sure that you have your Sound Exchange account as well. So these are some of the most important places that you want to have yourself registered with so that you can get prepared to release your song. As a musician, when you write and release your music, you are paid for the composition and the recording. We have places like BMI and ASCAP set up for you to get paid for your songs. So before you release your next recording, make sure you head over to registermysongs.com and download a copy of the HitchHikers Guide to Releasing Music. In this book, I show you step by step how to register and release your music like a major record company.